Hey everybody, how are you? My name's Colin Howe and I'm going to be teaching your capstone course, or co-teaching it with Geoff Archer, who will join me in a minute. So I just wanted to introduce myself to you all. I'm an entrepreneur, software executive, a management consultant, and whatever else I sort of can put together that interests me at this point in my life. I'm excited to be teaching you guys through this, or working with you, really, more or less. I feel like it's much more of a collaborative process than specifically teaching. I'm excited to meet you all, either by way of online or over the phone. And it's a great course. It's super exciting. This is where you pull everything together. I'll let Geoff talk to you more about that. Why don't you come join me?
Great, we'll do it.
There you go. So, as you all know, Geoff.
Thank you. Yeah, so he left a couple of things out. One being that he's an alum. So he's a Royal Roads alum. He's taught this course before with me a few times to rave reviews. He's got all kinds of experience as both an entrepreneur and as an investor and as a coach, as he mentioned early on. So it's awesome to have Colin on board co-teaching. You will get to know him online, and as much as we can do that. And so we're looking to schedule a few of those collaborate sessions so we can have some live interaction with Colin. He's also going to put together several videos that describe the different components of a business plan. That reminds me, of course, to describe this class in a couple of seconds here. So the overview is on Moodle, and you're free to zoom through that if you haven't already. The idea is that the course is broken into 3 sections. The first 2 weeks is ideating, so brainstorming, thinking as broadly as you can about all the things you might end up spending the rest of the term writing a business plan for, but then bringing it back down to one idea that you have determined you would like to focus on. So after that section is over, 2 weeks into the course, we switch into the second section, which gets into different pieces of the business plan. So we have 2 weeks on marketing, 2 weeks on operations, 2 weeks on finance, and so forth. And during this middle section of the course, I will ask you to rough draft those pieces of the business plan. It can be in bullet form, it doesn't have to be coherent sentences, but it does need to be some basis for discussion, and you'll be posting that in the online forum and talking about other classmates' ideas during that section. And this also reminds me to think about contribution. So if you haven't looked on Moodle about what it is that's worth marks, please have a look at that, because contribution, although this is quite an independent experience, is very important in this course, because you don't do entrepreneurship alone.
That's right. It's always a collaborative process, and so it's an exciting time for you guys, I'm sure. And I think one of the things I just wanted to add, so it's just to be clear, we're working on ideation, which to me is like the best part of really kind of taking advantage of your opportunity to pick something that you're really going to feel. 2 things I think I'd say. One is that you feel like you can do it, which is not only the business itself, but also complete all the relative work. And that you pick something you like or are interested in, because you're going to be working on it for the next couple months pretty hard. And you don't want to be discouraged by the fact it's that you're not interested in it. And so yeah, those are important things. Big truck going by, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, a little bit of road noise.
Yeah, we like to do these things kind of on the fly.
We had a seaplane earlier.
Right.
Hopefully you can hear us.
I mean, but just get excited about this. This is a time for you to really pull everything you've learned together, and see this opportunity as something many years from now you'll remember doing this project, and you'll remember the early work you put in, and you'll use these skills over and over again in your life if you become a business person, because this is how you really pull something new together, and it's an exciting time.
And so we hope that that this business plan actually in the future would be practically a template for you, because we don't expect you to drop your day job. We understand that you're online students, probably make more money than we do in some cases. I know I've heard that in the past, and I tend to believe those students because the bottles of wine they've left me with are pretty darn nice, right? So it could be that you're not going to leave your day job. We understand that, but we want you to plan a business that demonstrates to us that you've been paying attention. That's essentially how you earn your degree here in the final weeks of the BCom. So the third section of the course, I have to close this up and say, that's the part that you might be afraid of, but I'm encouraging you to relax. As long as you know your stuff, you put in your research, then when you come to residency in Vancouver that week of August 4th through 7th, and you practice your presentation in front of your classmates and me, and then you put together your final Dragon's Den type experience, this is really an opportunity for you to get expert feedback from the judges. The last time that I ran this course about 6 months ago, we had 3 different venture capital pitches get scheduled during that Dragon's Den. So it does happen sometimes that the businesses that people plan in this course run right into an explosion of possibility in the following days during the residency, but that is really an anomaly, right? So out of 35 people, 3 of them had a follow-on meeting, and so it's something that I'm hoping the majority of you could relax about and understand that it's your opportunity to interface, to dialogue with experts, more so than being the culmination of your education. That, I would say, is the written business plan, which is due about 2 weeks later, which we do to give you time to incorporate that feedback. So the ultimate goal for all of us is that you write the best business plan you could for yourself or for a client, and that you do that in this course, and then maybe in the future it's a springboard in some real venture down the road.
Yeah, and whether it's for the purpose of graduating or because you actually want to pursue this business, the more realistic and legitimate your effort is, the better you'll learn, the more you'll learn, and the better the opportunity to have to be able to do both self-assess and for us to assess your work. And then the other thing is, we didn't mention, is we're going to be populating the mentor list in the next couple of weeks, and so you have an opportunity to review the mentors and sort of decide who you want to mentor and who you want to mentor you and why. And I think feel free to reach out once we put the list together and engage and use. Sometimes, people who have a particular, it's always good to think beyond just what their experience is and also what's relevant to you. But also, there's always that, what you're looking to get out of a mentor.
Terrific, thanks Colin. Yeah, so practically the 2 things you need to do in the next 2 weeks are to ideate, which both of us think is really exciting and cool, come down to something and make a proposal, and also choose a mentor. And as Colin mentioned, the list it's blank right now, but give us a few days and we'll start to put mentors on there. If you see somebody you love, you better jump on them, because probably we're going to have about 12 mentors, so that's about 3 students per mentor, and we don't want to have people really piling up on somebody. So if you see something you like, grab it. Thanks very much.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you online. Bye.